We love to track the big upsets here at the Voice of College Football, and this was one that South Carolina pulled off last week, of course, going to Lexington as a 10-point dog, defeating the Wildcats, and now as another dog, this time at home, South Carolina takes on LSU. We got all the breakdowns from Steve Merrill from Wager Talk, as we do here each and every week of the Voice of College Football, so check out all the team channels and all the conversations. Steve, South Carolina, coming off that big win, takes on another challenge in the SEC as a dog, this time at home against LSU.
Yeah, my database simulation actually makes this game a pick 'em, so I do think the line is too high, and I'm a little surprised it's this inflated still after the impressive win by South Carolina. It did open 7.5. It's come down to 7, and it looks like some 6.5s are starting to show. So if you like South Carolina, you want to grab that +7 now. If you like LSU, wait. I think you will get some 6.5s by the time this kicks off early at noon Eastern on Saturday. Not a misleading win last week. South Carolina completely dominated Kentucky, defensively especially. And I don't know how much of that was the South Carolina defense. It was in the 90th ranked percentile, 90th ranked in the 90s last year, over 400 yards per game. They were not a top 80 off defense even. Maybe they've gotten that much better. But I think it's also a combination of Kentucky just not looking good offensively. But with that said, they still had a 24-6 lead after the third quarter, held Kentucky to just over 180 total yards in the game. I think this is a legit defense. I think they remain underrated. And at +7, there's definitely some line value with South Carolina as a home dog this week.
Steve's Under the Radar selection is exclusive right here at the Voice of College Football every week. And Steve is 23-5 against the spread going back to week 1 of 2022. You can lock in on that. Just listen to this, and you can sign up right now. College football is even more exciting with some action on the line. And the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Let's start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread. I've got a 40-year track record. In fact, in 2023, at $100 played per game, you would have netted over $9,300. And guess what? I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill, our ace in the hole, show stopper from Wager Talk. 6 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly Under the Radar pick, which went 21-5 against the spread the last 2 seasons. I repeat, 21-5 against the spread. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Steve Dace and Matt Zemek. Become a YouTube channel member or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2024 a winner now.